Hi, today in my video, I will be covering how liberals destroy cities and countries through kindness, compassion, and wokeness. A brief little history segment to start it off. A lot of people get stuck in our current frame where a lot of people that are arguing are like, oh, it's so recent. You want to blame everything on Biden. You want to blame everything on Trump. The other side says, oh, you want to blame Obama. And it's that's really short. But the things that, like, the thing about liberals is what it looks like what they're doing is super compassionate and it looks like they're helping people so they can walk around and be like, oh, look at everything I've done for these people. Oh, look at all these people I've helped. Look at look at all this, but they don't want to be like, oh, look how much money I pocketed. Look how much I lied about the budget on this. Look about how much money got misappropriated. But oh, look at all these people I helped. Oh, I helped all these people. Like, shut the fuck up. You didn't help nobody. Like, back to the history thing. Like, not all of these cities were liberal cities, but you can tell once I start going down the list. In the year 1900, the great American cities were New York. The city got fucked up by homeless people, drugs. That's a normal thing with a lot of liberal cities. Chicago, fucked up, crime, drugs, whatever. Very liberal. Coincidence? I don't know. Philadelphia, very liberal. Very crime, very drugs. St. Louis, I don't know if they're liberal, but big crime drug city. Boston, you know, I don't know. It's a kind of conservative city, in my opinion. I didn't look super deep into it. You know, they can't all be liberal. There's probably going to be a couple conservatives up in there. But then, here, hits you with number 6 right here. Baltimore. Motherfucker, they can't speak English here. They speak boo, 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 boo. Like, motherfuckers, they just shoot each other and sell drugs in Baltimore. Like, shit, liberal city. Pittsburgh, they were one of the ones. Actually, I guess it's kind of like Boston. They just lost their industrial, so then they became a worser city. They've kind of rebuilt, but Cleveland, kind of same thing. They lost their industrial. San Francisco, they've lost their industrial, and then they lost the tech boom. So they've had really high highs, and they've really fucking hit the floor. Cincinnati, I didn't look into Cincinnati that much. I feel like they're probably more of a conservative city. There's a couple, but you can see that the top ones, and just to go over like the liberal policies that people are repeating over and over. But, people don't, they're just like, oh, we're helping everybody. So in New York, when they first had their first great like crime wave was through Mayor Robert Wagner when he started expanding city services and union benefits, which he's trying to be like, look, I'm for the people. Look, I'm for the people. I'm going to do all this for you. I'm going to do all that for you. But then what always happens, because people want to help people, but people don't have infinite money. There's only so many resources, which caused future budget strain and increased city debt. So then he leaves as mayor. Next mayor comes in. He's like, "Oh, people are in debt. There's we don't really got that much going on for the city. Here, another guy for the people. Look, I'm gonna help everybody. Look at everything I'm gonna do." He pursued social programs. He pursued urban renewal. The how many liberals run on that and how many people have been helped? Like, you gotta look at patterns. It's like, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. And again, like I said, there's not infinite money. So he pulled another classic liberal move where he started borrowing money and lying about deficits. Very classic move. How do you think we're trillions of dollars in debt as a country? And a certain side doesn't want to look into the books when they were saying look into the books. It's always the people that are like, "Hey, let's not punish the people not so much. Hey, maybe we don't look into it." That's the people that do it. It's not the people saying look into it that do it. And the last thing that Mayor Lindsay did, very classic liberal move, is they refused cuts despite large debt because they're like, "Oh, we can't cut these programs to help people. Oh, we can't do that. Oh, we gotta help everybody, motherfucker. We ain't got no money." And those people are lazy. And then Mayor Abraham Berhib, he's kind of like left in a shitty situation. He didn't really cause the problem. It's not really his fault. But what does make part of it his fault is his reaction to it. Another very classic liberal move is tried hiding it with creative budgeting, just making it worse. Like what they do, they're like, "Oh, we'll just move it around, make it look pretty, we'll all get slicked up, blah, blah, blah." Because that's what a lot of their shit is. They get the best looking person to say the best looking thing, and then they do whatever they want. It's just fucking shitty. And on the Chicago, this is another very classic move. Is like how I said, the last couple of mayors in New York, they did all these things to make themselves look, I'm for the people, blah, blah, blah. Here's another move. Like conservatives, they never forget the working people. At least in recent history, they've been helping the working people. Like they don't raise taxes on them. It's like small government, so they're really the ones that help the working people for the whole time. But what he did is he was like, "Oh, we're booming in the industrial place." So he didn't even put any of the city's money into industrial, only focused on building up high rises and things. So all the companies that were industrial left because they didn't feel like they were being taken care of. They went to other cities. The jobs left. Crime rose. The neighborhoods went to shit and they never recovered. And crime rises when you take away jobs. That's just a very simple thing. And liberals get jobs taken away a lot. And two other cities on the list, St. Louis and Baltimore. They're just crime-ridden drug cities. It's just San Francisco too, crime-ridden, so many homeless, so much drugs. It's a huge pattern. But yeah, it's just in every liberal city. And it's not to say that it seems to be as soon as cities hit a certain point, they turn liberal. It's at a certain population amount, it's they turn liberal. The smaller the town, the way less likely is to be liberal. Because in the smaller areas, people don't want people to fuck with them. So it's oh, we want small government because we just don't want people to fuck with us. It's just that simple. And then when you start getting in higher populations, everyone's living in apartments. Your neighbor's here. You don't really got any space. Then people want bigger government because then it's they want to lock down on things more. Be like, hey, I don't, like, because small government doesn't work then. Because what happens when people get big populations, which is why there is so much crime, there is so much drugs, and why I say kindness is because there are a ton of good-hearted liberals, and there are a bunch of good-hearted whatever left people that all they want to do is have the best everything. They want to take care of everybody. They want to do this, they want to do that. But what a lot of them don't understand is what is the flip of the coin for the conservatives. Conservatives, because they're in the small, often go the complete opposite way, and they don't want to help anybody. They want to keep all their money and they want to do that. So then they start butting heads because a lot of people, once they decide their opinion, they don't switch their opinion. So if they find another person that's the complete opposite stuck in their opinion, all they're going to do, butt heads. Nothing happens. But yeah, so once you get into the bigger cities for liberals, then you get like once you get like 1 million people, you probably get like a large percentage of those people that all they want to do is help, all they want to do is take care of people. All these people are disadvantaged. But the thing is, just because someone's disadvantaged, just because someone's on hard times, just because someone's a drug addict, doesn't mean they're good like you. Like, I'm not saying all of them are bad, but there's a reason why people end up homeless drug addicts. And then there's a reason why people end up in a good position where they can help people. They don't happen sometimes they happen magically. That's what people like to point out. Like they'll be like, "Oh, but what about?" It's like the exception does not get rid of the rule. It's just how it works. So once you get in those big populations, so like I said, like with here, where the mayors wanted to help everybody, is there's like a big population that wants to help everybody, and then there's this like probably a smaller but decent sized chunk where like they just don't care. So they're like, yeah, sure, we'll vote to help these people, sure. And then you got like a smaller population that are lazy as fuck and take advantage of that. And like a lot of homeless, they don't give a fuck. They're gonna be homeless forever. A lot of criminals, they don't give a fuck. They'll be criminals forever. A lot of drug addicts, they don't give a fuck. They'll be drug addicts forever. Like people don't give a fuck. Like I've met a lot of people that are just like, man, that guy ain't gonna do shit. Like he ain't gonna do shit. Like he just a pill popping motherfucker. He ain't gonna do shit. That's just what he is. But he spends so much money on these people. Like I actually put up a little list here. So between 2019 and 2024, California alone spent 24 billion on the homeless. With that 24 billion, how many homeless are, like, you could just gave them all cash and just like been like, hey, figure it out or stay homeless. I bet a lot of them would have figured it out if you had just divided the 24 billion evenly between all the homeless. I bet some of them would have figured it out. And then if they went back to being homeless, then kind of proves the point there. But yeah, with the 24 billion, you could have built 40,000 to 60,000 homes, which would house 33% of the homeless. The homeless problem has only gone up. So, if you house 33% of them, that's a huge improvement. Or, there's not a lot of shelters. Motherfuckers gotta sleep on the street, and there's a bunch of shit like that. And so you could have put 240,000 to 480,000 beds. You know, how many people would that like helped out? We're like just straight up having a bed every night. You know, you gotta sleep on concrete. Like especially if like you're a woman homeless, it's like that's dangerous. Like if you're a guy homeless, it's like you could get robbed and murdered while sleeping. But like you just like if you're a woman homeless, you kind of need a place to sleep. You kind of need a place that you're being watched over while you're sleeping. So 240,000 to 480,000 beds, that would save a lot of people. Like especially if like a mother was homeless with like children, like that's a terrible situation. Like I feel different about men homeless than I do for like women homeless. Like still gotta get a job, but it's like it's definitely different levels. And a big problem of why people are homeless, 30 to 50% of them, which is probably the numbers are higher in my opinion, of them are mentally ill, and we could pay for with that 23 billion 480,000 to 1.2 million of them to be in mental health facilities year round until they either recover or just keep them there. Like that's a big thing of like everyone's like Japan's so clean. Oh, crime is so low in Japan. Japan's such a beautiful place. Well, they have a mental asylum for every 1 in 100,000 people. So, they get their crazies off the street. And a lot of people are normal and a lot of people know how to act good. So, if you can just get the bad actors away, then a lot of things will be fixed. Like, look at like places like Dubai where they're like, hey, if you steal something from a store, that's 10 years in prison, instead of like California where they literally just let you go. It's like, look what their crime looks like. It's like, it's like the conservative liberal thing. It's like you shouldn't have to pick a side of like 10 years in prison or just let them free. It should be somewhere like probably closer to this side, but somewhere in the middle. Like it could severely lower crime. But liberals are like, oh, everyone's good, but everyone isn't good. There's a lot of people that are bad. There's a lot of people that are crazy. There's a lot of people that are sneaky. There's a lot of people that are lazy. Not everybody's good. And people have to realize that. Oh, and one big one is like this is all people need is like the little Home Depot homes that you see on like Instagram sometimes that people like will fix up. It's got the little door windows. It's not that big. It's like probably like a 10 by 5, but like you're homeless. It's better than being out in the elements. With 23 billion, we could have got 1.2 to 2.4 million like Home Depot. Like how many homeless would that like help shelter? Like like again with the women thing, women and children homeless. It's like if you could get them in there, it'd be like so much safer. And then I think I talked about this a little bit in the last one. Liberals spend a lot of money on illegals because when you can spend so much money on illegals, they conserve. It's like my opinion on illegals is like I know people that are here that aren't supposed to be here that are literally doing absolutely nothing wrong and they're just living good lives. And those people should stay here. Like my opinion on it is like the conservative opinion is like kick them all out, and then the liberal opinion is like keep them all here. Like no, it's got to be somewhere in the middle. It's got to be like I think it should be like a probationary period thing. Like we should completely lock down the border so people can't get through. That's insane that people are coming through undocumented. But we should make the process for people to come through a lot easier because people they want to get here, but we can't have them all here. So what we should do is make the process a little bit more loose, like a little less strict. Like just get people marked down and then keep them here. And then what liberals were doing, if they even committed crimes, they could stay here. They were stealing things, they were homeless. Like put them on a little probationary period. Like you gotta get a job. You can't commit crimes. You gotta follow all the rules. You gotta pay all the taxes. If you break any of those, just out. Make them model citizens. Be like, hey, if you want to be a lazy fuck, stay in your country. But if you want to come here and work hard and make a good life for yourself, should be like, go ahead. It's like, it'll just make our country better. But then if they fuck shit up, then out. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. So, like, it shouldn't be kick them all out, keep them all here. It should be a little probationary period. Maybe the probationary period's like 5 years. It's like, hey, don't commit a crime for 5 years. Super simple. Pay all your taxes for 5 years. Super simple. I'm not saying like go commit all the crimes you want, but like after 5 years of showing that you can be good, then give them citizenship. And then if they commit crime, then just like treat them like a normal prisoner. Send them to jail. Then like they're one of us. Like seems like pretty simple. But I don't know. Like liberals like to bring in like all these illegals because it's like I said, conservatives want them all out, liberals want them all here. Who are they going to vote for? That's why Trump's trying to get rid of the birthright citizen, because all these illegals, they're coming in. They can't all vote. Some of them can vote in some states, but all their children can vote. So do you think they're going to vote for the party that's going to keep their parents here, keep all their family here? Or they're going to vote for the party that would kick their whole family out? It's like a super obvious vote. If I was in that position, I would vote liberal every single time. But, just can't do that because then liberals have the freedom to do whatever they want. Like they did that in the UK. They're starting to do it in Canada. And Kamala Harris was talking about doing it herself, where after you have all those guaranteed voters and you can really do whatever you want. Like you can literally do whatever you want. Like in the UK, they've done it with Middle Easterns, where they've brought in Indians and I think other countries. They've brought them in, and all these illegal immigrants, who are they going to vote for? And now they're taking away free speech. Like they're jailing people for tweets. They're jailing people for praying. They're jailing people for speaking out. And a lot of, I think Ireland too. It's like you can't do that. It's like if you want, like, I mean, I guess you can, but like that's not freedom. It's like it's just if you're jailing people for words, then that's not freedom. They're starting to do it in Canada a little bit, where like the truckers that try to speak out against them, if anybody sent them money, they froze their bank accounts. So they didn't put them in jail, but no money for you guys. And so you can't do that. And then Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, they were talking about this is how all the countries start, because here, I'll explain it first. But so once you introduce an idea, they were going to say, oh, we're just going to ban hate speech on social media. That's it. That's all we're going to do. That's be the end of it. But no, that's not how it works. Because once a movement is created, it doesn't stop. Like, look at the LGBTQ, or how many ever letters you want to put. Their movement, they've really gotten everything they've wanted. They've got marriage. They don't got discrimination. It's like, what else could they be fighting for? So they want to be, like, their younger people want to be like, look, we did this, we did that, blah, blah, blah. Look, we're chopping dicks off of little babies now. Look how good. Like, no, it's gone too far. It's gone too far. And it's like with like black people too. It's like, oh, people are racist. People were racist. People were very racist. People, that doesn't really go on anymore. It's like you guys won the equality, but it's going so far now that they're getting free things. They're getting better acceptance. So now it's gone like so far. So it like makes you question. It's like, when's the white movement gonna start, and then how far will that go? Like, how much traction will there be an Asian movement? Will there be a blah blah? It's like movements don't have an end once they start. They say they do, but they don't have an end once they start. So, Kamala Harris would have removed all free speech, and it's just like how far are you gonna go? It's like that's just what I'm gonna leave this video with. It's like with everybody. It's just like once a movement starts, it's like, what's your end point? Like, what else are you gonna do? So, movements never have an end, and you have to remember, what are these people actually fighting for? What are these people's actual motives? And it's almost always money. So, yeah, I think I covered everything in my notes here. I think I'll get more into the money portion in my next video. I feel my brain leading down that way. So, yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please check out my other videos. They're pretty much the same as this. And thank you for watching. Like it.